So it is New York Toy Fair this weekend, September 29th till October 1st, a annual event that celebrates toys. And while this should be an exciting moment for us Transformer fans, unfortunately not a lot of new product will be revealed at this show that we have not already seen. A lot of that product was shown to us as collectors last week during the Hasbro PulseCon, and the products that will be on display this weekend is more for the casual kind of people as well as retailers and stuff like that. Big shout out to Benson Yee, who took some nice photos on the floor this weekend and gave us some shots of stuff that we didn't really get a good look of through official photos, because we did get official photos from Hasbro also as marketers and everything. And well, we do have some new stuff. It's not a lot of new stuff, but we do got some new stuff to talk about today, and it's that from Transformers Earthspark. We have some brand new items, two of them of their new assortment called the Cyber Combiners, as well as a roleplay item that's going to be crossing over with Nerf called their Transformers Earthspark Cyber Sleeve Battle Blaster. So let's jump into it and make sense of it like we always do here on the Transformer Slag podcast. So what do we got here? Well, these Earthspark Cyber Combiners, they kind of continue this tradition that Hasbro kind of really started consecutively with Robots in Disguise 2015. With Robots in Disguise 2015, we got a line called the Crash Combiners, and it was just two figures, low price point, combine them together, very simple, key characters that could combine to make a larger robot. Not really related to the show, maybe it could be, maybe it won't be, but at least it's a general concept for the toy aisles. They continued that with Cyberverse. They did the Spark Armors. They did that again with the Beast Combiners with Rise of the Beast. Then they did these Cyber Combiners that we have right now. Now, these Cyber Combiners, they kind of mix a few different elements from Transformers history. It uses a little bit of the Transformers Energon, Transformers Superlink, the superlinking, the power linking, the take one top, take one bottom, and you can mix them and match them, and you could have all kinds of little uniqueness with that with the two-piece combiners, along with what Transformers Victory did with Landcross and the Multiforce, where, yeah, you could transform and combine the tops or bottoms and mix and match, but each one of them has a unique combiner head depending on which character you use. So that's also a nice extra touch to that too. Now, the two that we have here, they're two sets. They come in two packs of these Cyber Combiners. They're going to retail for $29.99. They're going to be $30. And these are going to be shipping out also next year, January 2024. The first set that we have here is the Bumblebee and Mo Molto. Now, before we get into it, I don't know if these are toy spoilers, and what toy spoilers are is within Transformers, sometimes we get product that comes out way before any kind of fiction, and it depicts something that would be a big key plot element or something that's a bit of a spoiler. To give an example, all the way back in the day, we got to see Transmetal 2 Cheetor's toy long before anything that happened in the show, and thus we knew that at some point Cheetor was going to be getting a new body and a new look. Another more modern example is like Voyager class, Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime. His toy came out, it had, there's this scratched out Autobot logo on it. I guess maybe he's going to betray the Autobots at some point. And well, when the movie came out afterwards, then we knew. So this might be another one of these cases where I guess at some point in the show, maybe both the kids of both Mo and Robby, their cyber sleeves are going to upgrade to a whole new thing, and they're going to get some kind of battle armor, maybe very akin to the Apex armor or something that maybe they had in Transformers Prime with Miko. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it looks very similar. We'll get deeper into that in a moment. But so the first two pack we have here is Bumblebee and Mo Molto in this battle armor thing. Now, the one thing I want to point out is Bumblebee has a transformation. He transforms and he has an alt mode. It looks like thus far from all the photography that's been showed online that the humans with these battle armors don't really have any kind of transformation. They just have the robot mode, and then they could combine to make either the legs or the top of the combined robot mode itself. If you zoom in really closely, and it's hard to see really with the basic photos, but if you really zoom in, you could actually see some fine detail of clear plastic and then the human character inside of this mech suit, if you will. This, I guess we could even call it a power armor or an exosuit, to use some 86 movie terminology. But I'm curious, does that piece come up and is the figure removable, or is it just something that's sculpted in there with a head and maybe an upper torso? We don't know, but it is pretty cool that it's like that. And the Bumblebee one, again, it makes the top, it makes the bottom. It has a unique head sculpt depending on which configuration you do, so that's a nice touch also. And this one, it comes with the cyber sword, as they call it. And then the other one we have here is Twitch, which also has the alt mode and transforms. But then we also have Robby Molto with a unique also kind of battle armor, exosuit, whatever you want to call it. Also has the clear translucent mask, and you can see Robby in there in the exosuit. So that's pretty cool. Has a top and bottom configuration with unique face sculpts depending on which top or bottom you have. And he comes with some kind of blaster accessory. That's a little extra thing too. So these are pretty interesting. I wonder if they're going to do other characters. According to the assortment number here, it says that there is additional sets to be coming in the future, subject to change. So maybe there'll be more than just these two. But as it stands right now, we got our 2 human characters able to combine with 2 others. And then we have a roleplay item that crosses over with their Nerf stuff. This is the Transformers Earthspark Cyber Sleeve Battle Blaster. So the cyber sleeve in the show was already an element that was worn by the human characters and has some kind of combative element to them. We saw that especially with Mo Molto. And this kind of continues that narrative. So it has like a flip out blade that you could kind of do. So you could shank someone, I guess. And then it has the Nerf element where you could also shoot a bunch of foam Nerf darts from it too. Not much really that could be said outside of that. It's going to be $14.99, $15 pretty much. And also will be shipping out January 2024. It is what it is. That's pretty much it. These were all, again, sculpted and designed from the West Coast Hasbro guys at Hasbro Studio, so they have their own unique kind of take in how they do things that's less collector-oriented and more from the lower demographic of collectors. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people this will speak to. It is interesting, I will say that. I like how different that is than is some of the past product we've gotten. But considering how, dare I say, low the toy sales have been for Transformers Earthspark, I'm very curious how long this line will last. So I do have my concerns, but we will see in the future and get more updates on this as we continue this weekend going into Toy Fair 2023 in New York. We'll see what happens with that. Let me know what you think about these. They are pretty interesting, but again, don't look forward to much else in terms of new information. Hasbro marketers have already said pretty much a lot of the stuff that's going to be on display this weekend we already saw at Hasbro PulseCon. So that is kind of unfortunate. We just got some Earthspark news, and that is that. Let me know what you think, guys. This weekend, tomorrow, is the Saturday Night Transformer Slag podcast live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you tomorrow, and we'll be talking Transformers, taking some super chats, and just chilling for that beautiful evening. I'll see you then.